Okay, what we're going to show here is how we set more than one backup device, like a disk or a tape, so that we can fail over from one, if it goes wrong during the backup, to a second backup device. What you're seeing here is we've opened a backup set. We've identified we're going to back up the C drive. We're going to save that backup set, and then we're going to use that within a backup group that we're creating here. The purpose of the backup group is to do things like scheduling, but more importantly for this demo, we're going to be able to show you creating two separate backup devices. The first one being the initial backup device, that if that fails, we can then demonstrate a failover to a second backup device. So the set that we created just before to back up the C drive is the backup set we're going to use in this group. Because we're backing up the C drive, we'll tick that we're going to back up system state. The next screens are most important. You're going to see the available backup devices after the notification screen. What you see here is backup path 0, which is an external USB drive, and we set that as our first backup device. Then we choose backup path 1, which is actually just a C drive on this computer, and we set that as our second backup device. Then you'll see we tick if we have a problem mounting either of the devices. The action will be that we use the next device in the list as our backup device. Once we've set that, then we can schedule when we want the backup to start. In this case, we're going to set it for a couple of minutes time, and once we set the start time, we can then set the scheduling. For this, because it's just a demo, we won't set a ongoing schedule, we'll just run it once. But the important thing that we saw in the device list was we set two devices for backup, the first one being the primary device, and the second one we ticked a checkbox which would enable it to be used in the event that the first backup device failed. So now we've set that backup group, we can go and start monitoring the backup job. None found because the backup job hasn't started. We set it for a minute or so's time, so the backup will start around now, and there the backup has now started. So what will happen is the initial backup path will be to backup path 0, which is the external USB device. But what we're going to do is we're actually just going to pull that USB drive out and see if the backup will switch to the second backup device. So we'll pull the USB drive out now, and we'll show a video of us doing that. And as you can see, when we pull the device out, it's going to be just in the middle of the backup job going. So there's a USB drive, just a normal standard USB drive. We've pulled it out, and then what you'll see is if we go back to the monitoring screen, that the backup device has now changed. So it's seen that the first backup path has gone, and it's redirected the backup to the second backup device that we set.